afternoon.
I am Mutino Julius Achola, a first year, a teacher trainee at St. Paul's Kibabii Diploma Teachers Training College. We are trying to carry out a project work based on waste management within the institution. And being that you are Dean of Students in the institution, we will wish to know the history of the waste management in the institution from the time you came in. So could you kindly please help us know the history of the waste management generally in the institution from the time you came in?
Thank you, Ochola. My name is Margaret Welimo. I'm the Dean of Students, St. Paul's Kibabii Diploma Teachers Training College. The Department of the Dean of Students handles generally all the students' welfare in the institution. And among the issues that we look at are issues to do with the waste management in the institution, because that is part of what would affect our customers who are reliably our teacher trainees. Now, this institution produces different types of waste. We have plastic waste, we have waste paper, we have food waste, we also have sanitary waste, we do have sewage waste, and also just waste produced by the natural environment, like the trees, shedding of leaves, the offcuts, and so on. Those are the kind of wastes that we handle within our institution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Could you please kindly tell us some of the challenges the institution is facing when it comes to general management of waste?
Thank you. But before I respond to that question, I just forgot to mention one type of waste, that is the e-waste. Yeah, that comes from electronic devices. Now, the institution faces various challenges in the handling of waste. For example, when it comes to food waste, it is usually prudent that we ensure that the waste is discarded properly, so that it does not attract stray dogs, it doesn't attract rodents in the institution. So that has been a challenge, but there's a way we handle it. I don't know whether you want me to handle that also as I talk about it.
Yes, if possible, you can just handle that briefly.
Okay. So what we've done about food waste, we have the community around that are interested in the food waste, because they keep some animals like pigs, they have chicken. And so what we do, we have given out a tender which they have applied, and we have tendered this. So we have offered different days for different people who collect the food waste for that purpose, and therefore we discard food waste like that. Secondly, we ensure that the ratios that are prepared in terms of consumption of food are regulated as per the regulations for catering department, so that when we have waste, it is limited. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We are very grateful for that, because if the institution can come up with a way of assisting the community, then that is thumbs up to the institution. But now, out of the research, through conducting the research, we realize that within the hostel, that is both for men and female, we find that the dumping site is only one for both the biodegradable and the non-biodegradable. So from your office, what do you think would be the long-term plan to end cap this kind of problem? Because we have seen those who are involved in cleaning having a problem sorting this kind of waste, which might be hazardous to them. So as the administration, what are the long-term strategic plans you have to cap this problem?
Thank you. I actually underwent a workshop that was directly related to climate change and waste management, that was organized by NEMA at Kisumu Hotel in Kisumu. So I was actually trained on how to handle waste, and I'm actually the point person in this institution. So what has been our challenge has basically been finances, but we are aware that we are supposed to actually ensure that our dumping sites are labeled, and we are supposed to have separate disposing places for the plastic, for the non-degradable, and so on. So our future plan is to ensure, like that dump site at the hostel, we shall have it divided into portions, then we label, send to the other dump site that we have just outside the classes. We shall also come up with bins per building to indicate, label those bins that will be of different colors, that will be carrying different types of waste. And I believe that way we shall have managed that problem of them sorting out. We shall also ensure that just the way we usually do, even the waste that is usually in those dumping sites is usually collected over the holidays by the process that is organized through the procurement office. So we hope to make that more efficient, and we also have the sanitary waste that has also been tendered, and that company usually collects that waste and disposes that. We do also have that waste that we produce from the clinic, like the injectables and so on. That one we work together with the county hospital, and they usually do that in their, they have that, they call it, they have a name for it. So they take them there, and then they are actually handled at that level. Then this is the electronic waste. This one, we were trained, although right now we have not implemented, but we were trained that we need to work with Safaricom, and that is in the pipeline, that is going to ensure that we dispose all the electronic waste with the Safaricom. So we shall be able to do that. Then I think for the waste paper, apart from the one that we destroy, we were also advised, and that is supposed to be in the long term, to see whether we can produce a tissue paper and so on from that. Although our paper waste is also going to be reduced now that we have a system that requires us to do everything almost online, so our paper waste is going to go down. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that elaborative response. Okay, we have come to realize that the teacher trainees within the institution are somehow ignorant when it comes to proper disposal of waste materials. What could be the disciplinary measures you normally take as the administration to help teacher trainees in this kind of problem?
So far, it has not been a challenge that we have addressed directly, because at the time of disposal of waste, like maybe throwing of paper or waste food, the person who does that does it so secretively, so you may not get the person directly, unless maybe we improve on our CCTV. But so far, the best we can do is to continually sensitize our teacher trainees on the need to keep the environment clean. So we may do a bit of the posters to remind them every time, keep your environment clean, and then we can strategically place them in different positions in the compound.
Thank you very much. Now we have had the long-term strategy plan which the institution has, which is very good, and once it is implemented, we believe that it will help to curb the problem at 100%. But as we wait for the implementation of the long-term plan, what could be the alternative plan you have as institution as we wait for the long-term plan?
Currently, we can do the sensitization more for the teacher trainees. Then the easier options, like dividing our dump sites, that one we can do, and label, that one can be done almost immediately. So I think that is what we shall implement straight away.
Okay, thanks you very much. Thanks for your time. Be blessed and have a